Salesforce Administrator Interview Questions. 1. How is role different from the profile? Answer. Roles and profiles are two different concepts in Salesforce.com. Some of the basic differences are: profile helps to put restrictions on the object, whereas the role helps in opening the records to the users above the role hierarchy. Profile manages the Salesforce.com license, tabs settings, record types, page layouts, general settings, administrator settings, etc. Role hierarchy does not do any of these things. Profile is mandatory, role is not. 2. What are the different ways of making a field mandatory? Answer. 3 ways of making the field mandatory are: page layout. Field can be made mandatory from the page layout when it needs to be made mandatory for a set of users. Field level security. Field can be made mandatory from the FLS when it needs to be made mandatory for all the users in the organization and even from the APIs. Validation rule. Field can be made mandatory from the validation rule when it needs to be made mandatory for user who is using the same page layout used by other users. Salesforce.com recommends using the page layput option for making the field mandatory. 3. What are the different ways in which leads can be created in Salesforce.com? Answer. Some of the ways in which leads can be generated and created in Salesforce.com are: walk into a company. User comes to the company office and then Salesforce.com representative manually creates the lead. Database bought by the company and then leads loaded via data loader, import wizard in Salesforce.com. Leads created because of the campaigns, seminars, and trade shows. Web to lead. Users registering on the website of the company. Email to lead and SMS to lead can be custom built for the organization. 4. Can a contact be part of Partner Portal as well as Customer Portal in Salesforce.com? Answer. Yes, a contact can be part of a Partner Portal as well as Customer Portal in Salesforce.com. Customer Portal and Partner Portal depend on the user object and are not related to the contact object. So, to enable both portals for a contact, we need to create two users which will utilize two different Salesforce.com licenses. One license for Customer Portal, another for Partner Portal. Both users created for a same contact will have two different profiles. One for Customer Portal, another for Partner Portal.
5. What's the difference between a customer portal and a partner portal in Salesforce? Answer. A customer portal is for our end customers, providing them with self-service tools and support. A partner portal, on the other hand, is for external business partners like resellers, allowing them to collaborate with us, access shared data, and manage partnerships. 6. When are workflows used in Salesforce.com? Give one example where you will use a trigger instead of a workflow. In Salesforce, workflows are used to automate standard internal procedures and processes to save time across the organization. They're typically used for simple, straightforward automation tasks. Example of when to use a workflow: you might use a workflow to automatically send an email notification to the support team when a high priority case is created. When to use a trigger instead of a workflow: triggers are more powerful and flexible. You'd use a trigger when you need complex logic or when you want to update records across multiple objects. For instance, if you need to create related records when a new account is added, a trigger would be a better choice. 7. Give some examples of requirements which cannot be built in Salesforce.com via standard functionality. Salesforce is a robust platform, but there are some complex requirements that cannot be implemented through standard functionality alone. Here are some examples. Advanced approval processes. Standard approval processes have limitations. If you need multi-step, dynamic, or complex approval workflows, you might need to use custom development. Advanced quoting and CPQ. Salesforce's native quoting functionality has limitations for complex pricing and quoting scenarios. Configure, price, quote, CPQ. Solutions like Salesforce CPQ are often required. Advanced data modeling. If your data model is highly complex with many-to-many relationships or intricate hierarchies, standard objects and relationships may not suffice. Custom whcih, Extensive customization of the user interface and user experience, like building complex custom interfaces, may require custom development. Integration with legacy systems. Integrating with older, non-standard, or proprietary systems often necessitates custom development to handle data transformations and workflows. Custom algorithms and AI. Implementing custom machine learning models, artificial intelligence, or predictive analytics typically involves coding and external tools. Complex business rules. If your business rules are highly specific, standard validation rules or workflow rules may not be sufficient. Heavy data migration and transformation. Large-scale data migration or complex data transformation often requires custom ETL, extract, transform, load, processes. Custom reporting and analytics. When standard reporting tools don't meet your needs, you might require custom report building solutions. Mobile app development. Building custom mobile apps with offline capabilities or specialized functionality goes beyond standard Salesforce mobile features. Globalization and localization. Complex multi-language, multi-currency, and regulatory compliance requirements may require custom development. Highly specific security requirements. Implementing custom or industry-specific security measures might necessitate code-based solutions. In these cases, Salesforce provides tools and capabilities for custom development, including Apex, a programming language, Visualforce, for custom user interfaces, Lightning Web Components, for modern UI development, and Apus for integration. You can also utilize third-party apps or engage Salesforce developers to build solutions tailored to your specific needs. 8. When are the record types used? Answer. Record types are used in the following two cases. To assign the different page layouts to different users based on their profiles. To enable different sets of standard, custom picklist values for two different users using the same page layout. 9. Explain the concept of lead conversion in Salesforce.com. Lead conversion in Salesforce is the process of turning potential sales leads into actual customers or opportunities. When a lead shows enough interest or potential to make a purchase, we convert it into an account, which represents a company or organization, a contact, an individual within that company, and an opportunity to track the potential sale. This ensures that we have organized and accurate data as we move prospects through the sales pipeline. 10. Dashboards cannot be created on which kind of reports? Dashboards cannot be created on tabular reports. Dashboards are designed to visualize data, and tabular reports don't provide the necessary data structure for visual representation. Dashboards work best with summary and matrix reports that offer grouped and summarized data, making it more suitable for charts and graphs. 11. What is a permission set in Salesforce, and when would you use it? A permission set in Salesforce is a way to grant extra permissions and access to specific users without changing their primary profile. It's used when you need to customize a user's access or functionality to suit their unique role or requirements. 12. How can you import and export data in Salesforce, and what tools or methods would you use? To import data into Salesforce, you can use tools like the Salesforce Data Import Wizard or Data Loader. For exporting data, you can use Data Export and Setup to download data in various formats like CSV. Data can be moved between Salesforce orgs using Salesforce's Data Import and Data Export tools. 13. Explain the purpose of a lookup relationship and a master detail relationship in Salesforce. In Salesforce, a lookup relationship connects two objects but does not impact record deletion. A master detail relationship also links two objects but has a more substantial impact on data. It creates a parent-child relationship, allowing for cascading record deletion and roll-up summary fields. 14. What is a formula field, and how do you use it to automate data calculations or display values? Formula field. A formula field in Salesforce is used to calculate values based on the data in other fields. It can be used to automate data calculations or display computed values. For example, you can create a formula field to calculate the total of an invoice by adding up the individual line items. Formulas are helpful for real-time data display and can reduce manual data entry and errors. 15. How do you keep up to date with Salesforce updates and new features? I keep up to date with Salesforce updates and new features by regularly visiting the Salesforce release notes, participating in the Salesforce Trailblazer community, and subscribing to relevant blogs, newsletters, and webinars. This helps me stay informed about the latest enhancements and best practices. 16. Can you describe a challenging problem or project you've encountered as a Salesforce admin and how you resolved it? I encountered a challenge when data integrity issues arose due to incorrect user data entry. To address this, I implemented validation rules and triggers to enforce data accuracy. Additionally, I conducted user training sessions to educate the team on data entry best practices, reducing errors and maintaining data integrity. 17. What is a lookup relationship? A lookup relationship allows you to relate records to each other, creating a parent-child schema. Generally, this is done between the different objects, such as accounts and contacts, but it can be one object, such as parent accounts. Relationship fields allow for users to specify how records affect each other and help with reporting. 18. What is a master detail relationship? Master detail relationships are similar to lookup relationships but have a few special features. First, master detail allows for roll-up summary fields to be created. This relationship type also affects security in that the detail, or child, record does not have a record owner. It inherits its visibility from the master, or parent, record. That can be very beneficial or limiting, depending on your use case. 19. What is a roll-up summary field? A roll-up summary field is available on the master side of a master detail relationship. It allows administrators to aggregate data from related detail records, count them, sum a numeric value on them, etc., in real time. The ability to have roll-up summary fields is the top reason why you'd consider a master detail relationship. 20. What are different types of fields? Field types define the type of information you expect users to enter for that field. Examples include text, number, date, currency, etc. It's important to match the field type to the data because it affects your ability to report on and analyze the data. For example, you could store numbers in text fields, but that would make performing calculations on them needlessly challenging. 21. What if you need roll-ups on a lookup relationship? Sometimes, you'd like to aggregate child data on a parent record, but you can't use master detail due to the security limitations not aligning with your use case. In those situations, you could write code or use Flow Builder to replicate the functionality of roll-up summary fields. 22. What is a junction object? Junction objects are typically created using master detail or custom relationship fields to connect two objects that have a many-to-many relationship. For example, in a student course scenario, the junction object could be used to connect students to multiple courses and courses to multiple students, allowing for a flexible and normalized data model. 23. What are validation rules? Validation rules in Salesforce are used to enforce data quality and integrity by specifying certain conditions that must be met when a user attempts to save a record. If these conditions are not satisfied, the record is not saved. They're like checks that ensure data conforms to specific criteria, preventing the input of incorrect or incomplete information into the system. For example, you can create a validation rule to ensure that a phone number is in the correct format or that a certain field is not left blank before a record can be saved. 24. What is Flow? Flow in Salesforce is a visual tool for automating and simplifying business processes. It guides users through tasks, collects data, and can interact with records and external systems, all without requiring extensive coding knowledge. It's a powerful way to streamline and automate operations in Salesforce. 25. What's going on with AI? AI is being increasingly integrated into the platform to enhance user experiences and enable more intelligent decision-making. Salesforce is leveraging AI through its Einstein platform to offer features like predictive analytics, lead scoring, chatbots, and natural language processing to help businesses gain valuable insights, automate routine tasks, and provide more personalized customer interactions. AI is playing a significant role in transforming how companies use their Salesforce CRM to improve sales, service, and marketing operations. 26. What is Experience Cloud? Experience Cloud in Salesforce is a platform for creating customized web portals and websites, tailored to engage and serve external audiences like customers, partners, and employees. It's all about building branded and interactive digital experiences for better self-service, collaboration, and engagement. 27. What is the difference between managed and unmanaged packages? Managed packages are structured and typically used for distributing apps on the Salesforce App Exchange, with locked-down components. Unmanaged packages are more flexible, meant for in-house use, and allow components to be freely customized. 28. Can you explain the differences between workflows, process builder, and flow in Salesforce, and in what situations would you choose to use one over the others? Workflows. Workflows are used for automating simple, rule-based processes. They are triggered by record changes and can perform actions like sending email alerts, updating fields, and creating tasks. Workflows are best for straightforward automation tasks. Process builder. Process builder is more powerful and can handle more complex processes. It allows you to create processes with multiple criteria and actions, including updating records, sending emails, and launching flows. Use Process Builder when you need more flexibility and additional actions in your automation. Flow. Flows are highly customizable and are typically used for creating guided user experiences, complex business logic, and data manipulation. They offer the most flexibility and can interact with users, records, and external systems. Use Flow when you need extensive automation, user interaction, or intricate data processing. 29. What are guest users in Salesforce? Guest users in Salesforce are users who don't require a Salesforce license and are used to provide limited access to specific, public-facing resources, like websites or communities, for external users. They have restricted permissions and don't need to log in like regular Salesforce users. 30. What is a change set? A change set in Salesforce is a way to package and deploy customizations, such as fields, objects, and code, from one Salesforce org to another. It simplifies the process of moving changes between environments, like from a development org to a production org. 31. What are the different types of sandboxes? Developer sandbox, a small testing environment with no production data. It's primarily for coding and configuration testing. Refresh can occur daily. Developer Pro sandbox, similar to a developer sandbox but larger in size, suitable for more extensive testing. It also contains no production data and can be refreshed daily. Partial sandbox, contains a subset of your production data and is used for testing configurations, code, and data integration. Refresh can occur every 5 days. Full sandbox, a near-complete copy of your production org, including data. It's used for comprehensive testing and can be refreshed every 29 days. 38. Can you explain the differences between public groups and queues in Salesforce and when you would use each of them? Public groups in Salesforce are used to group users together for sharing and notification purposes. They are mainly used when you need to grant access or send notifications to multiple users simultaneously. Queues, on the other hand, are used to manage records and ensure they are assigned to the right person for action. Records are placed in queues, and any member of the queue can take ownership and work on them. Queues are ideal for scenarios where records need to be evenly and efficiently distributed among a group of users. Use public groups for access control and notifications, and use queues for efficient record assignment and management. 39. What is a profile? In Salesforce, a profile is a collection of settings and permissions that determine what users can see and do in the organization. Profiles control access to objects, fields, and various features, shaping the user experience and ensuring data security. 40. Can you explain the recent changes and trends in Salesforce related to profiles and permission sets, and how these changes impact user access and security? Salesforce has introduced permission set groups and enhanced the management of permission sets. These changes allow for more flexibility and precise control over user access. They encourage a shift away from relying solely on profiles, simplifying ongoing maintenance and improving overall security.